Faces I've Seen, written by attorney Ted Johnson, narrated by Kozmo Miller.
To Mother, my dearest love that taught me perseverance, but cautioned me with patience. This collection of short stories started out as a personal diary. My work had become very stressful and I needed to find a release, so I began to write. While writing, I found myself evolving through an entire range of emotions from love, anger, and being judgmental of people. I was astonished at the ease of which people could exploit and inflict inhumane acts on one another. I also found significant parallels between the people I had represented in murder cases and the people I knew as a child. As of the time of my first story, I had 5 cousins that had been convicted of murder. My cousins were also my friends. We were raised that way. So when I told someone that they did not want me to call my cousins, for those that knew me, that threat had real meaning. Writing these stories has allowed me to grow in a much more spiritual way, which was very difficult. I think in the face of constant adversity, it's easy for one to become cynical and view the glass half empty as opposed to half full. So in light of being reared by a father who was emotionally cold and stuck in time, and a mother that stayed with him for the welfare of her 7 kids, I know what it means to sacrifice by observing her suffer. If an ex-girlfriend had not secreted herself and read my stories, I don't think I would have shared them. She, however, insisted. She felt that these stories at a minimum could be entertaining to someone and at most relevant to a society of people that want to know how I think and how I do what I do every day. At first, I refused because of my use of the ugliest of all words, the N-word, that was used sparingly throughout some of the stories. This is a word that I, like most African Americans, detest on all levels. We acknowledge that it is a rare word that when spoken, it reaches to cause injury with its sharp, rusty blade into the innermost part of our spirit, and it hurts. It's amazing how powerful we have allowed the word to become. My father once told me if I quit because someone called me the N-word, that he would just beat me. He reasoned, that's what they wanted me to do. Perhaps I could have removed it from my stories, but I feel that it would have compromised the emotional authenticity of how I felt when the story was written.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?